Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Hey Bulldogs, I'm Matt Messina.
And I'm Katori Nicholas. Welcome to Kopu News.
Attention all middle school students, the Scholastic Challenge is back. Come be a part of this online trivia competition and test your knowledge in sports, music, pop culture, and more. Please see Mrs. Golden with any questions or to sign up.
Hopefully everyone did well in their midterms last week. Let's go to Niall, who caught up with some of you guys and your thoughts on the dreadful 3 days.
With everybody's favorite time of year officially over, I decided to talk to some of you guys to find out what you thought about midterms. What were your midterms like?
I definitely did bad in Miss A's class, and I did bad in bio. My best one was definitely Reso's, and the worst was Miss A's and Miss Toy's midterm. I believe that a test shouldn't determine your smartness.
They went pretty well. You know, I probably failed none because I'm a complete genius. Come at me.
They were fair considering I just got back into the school.
How'd your capstone presentation go?
I kind of stretched it out and went like an hour, but it was really good. Like I really talked about everything about ADHD, and which was my topic, and I really just made sure I had good eye contact with the crowd and all that.
How were your midterms this year?
I think they were pretty good, easier than I expected them to be, so I'm kind of proud of that.
Do you feel they were tougher or easier than previous years?
Definitely easier. I feel like our teachers kind of just explained things more in depth than we expected, so it was simple when we actually took the test.
How'd your midterms go?
They went okay, you know, considering the circumstances. Yeah, they were fine.
What were your best and worst midterms?
I did not check, but I'm worried. Yeah.
We're looking at you, Mr. Riso, on this one.
Riso?
Do you want to give to the younger? Well, yeah, lowest you can get was a 70. That's still I passed with a 70. How you feeling about next semester's classes?
So I'm feeling pretty good because I'm going to take VHS for human body, and it really intrigues me. I've always wanted to work in the medical field.
I'm not taking the final. I don't care. Like I will have all A's. I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, you got McDonough right now?
Dang.
How you feeling about next semester's classes?
I have gym, so I'm really excited. I love gym. I love like physical activity, so I'm kind of proud that I have that too.
I have capstone. I wish I had it first semester, but second semester's fine. I just have less time, but I can do it easily.
What advice would you give to the younger grades about midterms? What advice would you give to the younger grades about their midterms?
Study, like really, really study.
Don't study.
Take advantage of like the days that teachers tell you to study because it's really going to help.
I've never studied for a single midterm or final, and I've passed every single one.
Pay attention and like just don't procrastinate.
Waste of time. Don't study. Just don't study. You'll pass.
So I'm here with my midterm grades to send you all off. I'm Niall Horgan of Code Blue News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Niall. Now for some great music news. 5 sixth grade students have been selected for the Massachusetts All-State Treble Chorus, which is a statewide singing competition for grades 4 to 6, where the students with the highest scores from all around Massachusetts are invited to perform with an advanced choir. These students are Lorelei Fraticelli, Bella Doherty, Kiera Sheehan, Zach Eklund, and Dylan Fox. Congrats to all of these students on being selected.
In some international news, there has been a coronavirus outbreak in the province of Wuhan in China. As of now, the death toll in China is at 10 people, with about 470 people infected. There has been at least one confirmed case of the virus on the west coast of the U.S. We'll continue to provide more updates every week.
We haven't had weekly sports in a while. Luckily, Marcus Spencer is here to update us on the boys and girls basketball seasons.
This week in sports, the boys varsity basketball team beat Atlanta's Charter 68-51 on Tuesday and lost to Westport 77-54, making their record 5-6. The starting five did a great job playing against Atlanta's Charter. The girls varsity basketball team beat Atlanta's Charter 45-21 and lost a tough game to Westport 43-32. Let's get some input from some of the players to see how their season is going so far.
It is going pretty good so far. With us five starting, Marcus, Zach, Dwayne, Davion, we're just in the gym practicing really hard. The other day, yesterday, we just came back from a loss, but we got to lose some to win some. And I think it's going to be a great season.
Our season's going good, you know. Last year, our season went better than the year before, but this year we're really pushing through. And we have a new big, so that really helped us out a lot. And our guards are, you know, getting stronger. We're able to pass the ball around more, and we're shooting better. This year, we focus more on pushing through adversity. Like at the Monteith game, we were down the entire game, but we came back and we pushed through. And, you know, our teamwork is getting better, our communication is getting better, and that's what really helps us out during the season.
So far, it's actually really good. We've been doing really good this year. Our record is currently 7-3. We just lost last night, but it was a good game. Last year was actually, it wasn't that bad, but it was kind of rough. But this year, we're doing a lot better. The chemistry on our team is really good. We actually have, like, you know, a sixth grader on our team. We work pretty good with her. You know, Destiny's a senior and she's leaving next year, but as a team, I think we're doing pretty good.
This is Marcus Spencer with Code Blue News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Marcus. The NFL draft is scheduled for the end of April in Las Vegas, but there's a really weird and unnecessary twist to it. The draft stage where the picks are announced is on a water in a fountain. Those drafted will take a boat to the stage. There's no doubt that someone will end up in the water.
Attention all juniors and seniors, 2 students will be elected to attend Student Government Day at the Massachusetts State House on April 3, 2020. If you would like to represent Holbrook Middle High School, please fill out the Google form that was emailed to you yesterday. If you have any questions about the Student Government Day, please see Mr. B in C133. All candidates must complete and submit the Google form by Wednesday, January 29th.
Everyone attended the epic Booster Bash on Tuesday. Brianna is here to give us a closer look at the rally and what it's actually about.
If you weren't here on Tuesday or genuinely forgot about the Booster Bash, it's a fundraising program designed exclusively for middle and high school students that provides an epic in-school event with inflatables, games, giveaways, and more.
Our goal and our mission is to help schools and strengthen schools. So with Holbrook Middle High School, we're here to help you guys raise funds for teacher grants and to help strengthen your school in that way.
Grades 6 through 8, regardless of financial participation, will be able to attend. However, for grades 9 through 12, to guarantee exclusive access to the Booster Bash, must raise a total of $60 in donations or send 20 fundraising messages on theboosterbash.com.
So the Bash event is where we're gonna come here. We're gonna set up a bunch of inflatables. The inflatables are like Wipeout, American Ninja Warrior challenges, different obstacle courses. We're gonna have challenges, competitions, and we're going to be giving away a bunch of prizes and gift cards to all the students. It's basically 90 minutes where you come, hang out with your friends, you get to get out of class for 90 minutes, and it's like American Ninja Warrior and summer camp all wrapped up into one for 90 minutes where you're not in class, just hanging out with your friends, having a good time.
You or your family must set up a pledging account on theboosterbash.com. From there, you can leverage easy-to-use pledging tools such as emails or social media sharing to get donations from family and friends. All donations are paid online. No internet access? No worries. Students can bring in donations to the school directly, and the parent organization will enter them online. This has been Brianna Graziano with Code Blue News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Brianna. Speaking of the Booster Bash, we have more information and winners of the AirPod raffle. First, the first Booster Bash weekend challenge is beginning. We want to see who the best grade in all of Holbrook Middle High is. The grade that gets the most donations over the weekend from middle school and high school each receive the opportunity to have lunch outside in the spring.
Remember that you can earn donations through going to the Booster Bash website, located at theboosterbash.com. And now we have the winners of the AirPod raffle.
The winners are, in middle school, Taylor Dolan, and in high school, the one and only Vincent Tran.
Speaking of the one and only Vincent Tran, he has a special announcement about the Star Wars trivia in the library.
Hey guys, you may have noticed some Star Wars themed stuff around the school. Outside the robotics lab, they put up some decorations because they are competing in a Star Wars themed competition this year. Outside of the media center, there are some questions that you can answer to get a chance to win a Domino's gift card. Answer sheets are in the media center, and you must get all the questions right to be entered into the raffle. Students have until January 31st to answer all the questions. This has been Vincent Tran with Code Blue News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Vincent. Finally, I have the moment you have all been waiting for. Will the Jason Chadwell make his return to Code Blue News? Here at Code Blue, we counted each and every ticket, and the results are in. Jason Chadwell is not returning for a Chadwell Time 2.
The anti-Chadwell tickets won by 2,060 tickets to 1,812 tickets in favor. Now Matt and I also have the results for the winners of the raffle. The first ticket pool gets to produce their own segment with the Code Blue producer. The second ticket gets a cameo on the show. And the last ticket gets to hold the stand signed by the show.
Let's do this. We are going to start with the sign holder. And I am not going to look. Some of these are jokes. And the sign holder is hilariously Chuck LaRossi. Keep in mind, somebody can win twice. I know it's horrifying. I'm gonna go right for the bottom, you guys. So, this person is going to be a 20-second cameo. It's Allison Johnson. And this is the biggie. This is the one where you get your own segment. Let's get a big ol' right to the bottom once again. The person who has their own segment is Maya Rose. Oh dear. That wraps up this week's show. I'm Matt Messina.
And I'm Katori Nicholas. See you next Friday.